set the tune for all to remember. You rewrite history, the greatest pretenders. You rewrite history, the greatest pretenders.
Are you ready to be entertained? Absolutely, guys. We are getting into another episode of House of the Dragon. Let's jump right into it. Full reactions are down below, so please click those links and join our extended family today. Now, without further ado, let's jump into House of the Dragon and find out exactly what the show has got to give. That's a Lannister's music. I know this song.
The Golden Tooth is honored to receive you, my Lord Lannister.
Yeah!
By the time we are finished with the Riverland scum, the Red Fork will have earned its name.
March at your command, my lord. I suppose you will make for Harrenhal.
As soon as Prince Aemond is able to join us on Vega. And have had a long march. They are most eager to embrace the hospitality of your keep.
That's Lannisters! Bitch.
He dares to summon me! Are the Lannisters so diminished that they cannot march from the Tooth to Harrenhal without an escort?
The brother's army is strong, but it does seem to
I am the
surprise
Prince
me
Regent, not a dog to be called to heel.
Your irritations are justified, Aemond, but it does seem...
I have a task for you as well. We will make an alliance with the Triarchy. I've had enough of this cursed blockade.
Dangerous mercenaries, a little more than pirates.
They are a stone's throw away across the narrow sea. Triarchy will delight in a chance to terrorize the sea snake again.
The Triarchy may play at accepting terms, but they are not to be trusted. Your father knew this.
The Red Kraken waits, seeking his best advantage. An offer of marriage, perhaps, to the Dowager Queen.
Oh.
Even if the blockade could be broken, are we to invite these alien raiders into our waters so close to King's Landing?
It's time you set out for Harrenhal, I think.
Your Grace, if Daemon prevails in the Riverlands, I no longer have the numbers to challenge him.
Lannister will march from the west.
Grace speaks wisely.
We would do better to await the High Tower host and set out in good time.
There's no time. My uncle is a challenge I welcome, if he dares face me.
Oh God, Alicent's only gonna think about herself. Oh God, I hate her.
Remind me of your place on the small council.
You know very well I represented your father during the last years of his life, and I have been a counsellor to Aegon.
Capably so. Father's dead.
Super dead.
Aegon is. You served the realm well. But at time of need, that need is ended. You are no longer obliged.
You have the impetuousness of youth, and its arrogance.
Sure you'll be much pleased to return to more domestic pursuits.
Have the indignities of your childhood not yet sufficiently been avenged?
Now she has no place.
You have the gratitude of the crown.
Oh, sorry, girl. Oh, is he gonna be the hand? Yep, he is. Oh, that was nice.
Bring him forth. Sir Stephen Darklyn, Your Grace.
I find myself, Sir Stephen, in an impossible position. I've lost Princess Rhaenys and her dragon, and I must not go to battle myself, as I am constantly told.
There is still Daemon and Caraxes.
That remains to be seen. I need more dragon riders for Vermithor and Silverwing.
But there are no more in your family, Your Grace. There is Princess Rhaenyra.
But the dragons here would not take her as a rider.
Then who could do it?
You, the Darklyns and the Targaryens, had some common blood. Your grandmother's grandmother, Rhaenyra, was born a Targaryen.
I am but a man. The dragons are gods. Honors me beyond what I deserve.
He's gonna die.
I do not compel you to do this. It has never been attempted before. To claim a dragon, you must also be prepared to die.
I swore to ward my queen with all my strength and to give my blood for hers.
He's
Then
dead.
perhaps the gods will favor us.
Here's another dream.
Brother.
And a dream, my love.
Did you say it? The heir for a day. My family was just destroyed. Just to celebrate your own rise. Laughing at me. You have no allies at court but me. And everything I've given you, you've thrown back in my face. I've decided to name a new heir. But to return to Runestone and your lady wife at once, by order of your king.
What are you playing at, old man?
I do wonder, Your Grace, if you're getting enough sleep.
Or are you perhaps the culprit who's been tampering with my peace? A friend by day and a foe by night. You resent my being here. Are an agent of the High Tower rabble. Are you still in league with your club-footed nephew, or is it Rhaenyra herself?
Don't forget.
Your king is on his guard.
Yes, Your Grace.
And stop watching me.
You weren't going to bid me farewell?
There's something wrong with me. One pair, or...
The ghost of Harren the Black moaning his curses from Kingspire Tower?
Drivel!
It is your way, is it not? When something does not please you, you run.
There are older things in this world than you or I. You are not the player, but a piece on the board.
You struggle to see there's an anger that blinds you.
She never even wanted it.
Perhaps those who strive for it are the least suited to wear it.
Don't lecture me!
Viserys never wanted it himself, if you recall. Not a prize to be won, but a burden to bear.
If you have any counsel for dealing with the River Lords, I'd be glad of it.
Daemon Targaryen asking for help?
Counsel?
House Tully is not the largest house in the Riverlands, nor is it the richest. Tully's wisdom has kept their river houses in line for centuries. But Grover Tully is their lord paramount. Rivermen are made of mud. They would rather die stuck in it than yield 1 inch to one another.
What?
I need help, Alice.
Do nothing now. In 3 days' time, the winds will shift.
Where'd that come from? Oh, they call it a dragon! So scared. I did not see the preview.
Pyri!
Doheras!
Do not show fear.
Ribas! Doheras! Seasmoke!
No, he's gonna kill him. Seasmoke's like, come on! Come a little closer! I'm about to eat you!
I've done it.
Nope.
I wish you to sail with me as my first mate.
There are more experienced men at your service.
You distinguished yourself in the Stepstones, and you have the respect of the crew.
Is this an order or a request?
I will expect you to report for your duties on the morrow.
Bit thin, isn't it?
It's either that or the fish.
Nothing but fish in this damn city.
Makes you sick, doesn't it? Knowing they're banqueting every night at the castle. My girls were taken to the Red Keep a few nights ago. Feasting the new Prince Regent.
And Aemond was acting so correct.
Brats of lamb, my love. Mince pies. There is to be another revel on the morrow with dancing.
That ain't right.
The royals would never countenance me speaking about their bounty.
King Viserys loved his feasts, but never while our small folk went without.
And his rightful heir denied her seat. No use wondering what might have been.
Seasmoke has fled Dragonstone, and Sir Stephen was a valiant knight. His numbers were few, but we may yet retake...
It is my fault, I think, that you have forgotten to fear me.
So Seasmoke left.
It was worth the risk, no matter the outcome.
More good men killed. Ancient Valyrian beast would suffer a darkling to ride it.
Surely it was not the only possibility. There is good news to be had. The Smallfolk of King's Landing are listening. They're hungry, and they need someone to blame.
When it does, Aemond will put it down with force.
That will make it rise the hotter. It is harder to wage war abroad when you must also keep peace at home. This becomes you.
She's like, fine, I'll put it down.
There ain't nothing left.
I've been waiting all day. I'll take anything. Scraps.
Got enough sheep for your dragons then, but none for us. Where's our meat?
Smallfolk have become restless.
So?
Meantime, the people are hungry, and their anger is rising.
Why is this anger directed at us? It is Rhaenyra the Pretender who ordered the gullet closed.
They still look to you to ensure their well-being. It is the burden of authority. But you should not go it alone. It does occur to me that your grace has yet to name a hand.
Do you take me for a fool? But you are, as it happens, correct. Every king needs a hand. I'll make it your responsibility.
Oh!
No, I'd never considered for myself.
Not to serve as hand, you toe. My grandsire may be overcautious, but his devotion to his family has never been in doubt.
I am happy to report that His Grace the King has regained consciousness. He may yet live, thank the gods.
What happy news? I'll see my brother. What do you remember? You challenged Meleese. It was foolish.
I remember nothing. My prince?
We're in the most capable hands, Your Grace. Seems my brother has a long recovery ahead of him, Grand Maester. See that he is made to rest comfortably.
Not all of us, I suppose, are called to great deeds. None of this is your fault. I know it's difficult, but it...
Prince Reggio has answered your letter. He'll be most pleased to shelter Rhaenyra's youngest sons and Pentos.
You misled me, my lady. There is a large dragon in the Vale.
Rumour of it began shortly after the war. Ranging more broadly for food. It is large and formidable, but alas wild. A merchant cog, the gay abandon, will take you to Pentos.
Get this dragon that's wild, whatever it is.
Lord Corlys has chosen to raise you up, and yet you still continue this subterfuge.
You saved his life, brother. Do you never think about what could be ours?
Is that his brother
riches,
or son?
While me, he ignores.
Sooner have high tide claimed by the sea than call us his sons.
Damn, why do you have all these kids?
It was a bold attempt. I admire you for it. They say you struck Lord Bartimus today.
He is lucky I did not have his tongue.
And what did he say?
I have tired of being protected. Jace. Symbols of authority are not jewels and gowns, but the shield and the sword.
My ruler is my mother.
I mean, you're not doing anything to show you're a ruler. No shade.
Will you lead us to war yourself?
Did Lord Mouton to march on Rook's Rest and sent another raven to the Vale to persuade...
We may marshal the strength of the Vale. We will still never match the strength of the Green Armies.
May I be free for even 1 hour of the constant refrain of Daemon, Daemon, Daemon.
Your Grace.
My queen, our gift is sent.
Why is she on a council?
Gift?
I'm gonna need Rhaenyra to do something. This is her get all her fighters.
You said it improved.
His Grace sleeps 9 hours of every 10. Hope that His Grace will be spared.
And what will he be if he lives?
Damn.
My letters to my father
Have sent ravens again to Highgarden and to Old Town. There has been no word from Sir Otto as of yet. House Beesbury has raised arms against the High Tower host.
I'm sorry.
Are you though? Are you really sorry?
Sister?
Gwaine, wanted if you've heard from father. I sent ravens to Highgarden and Old Town, but had no reply.
If he wrote letters, it would be to you. You are always his favorite. He will send news when there is news to send. It was right that I was raised at Old Town.
You were 8 years of age and motherless. It must have been difficult. My son Daron. What's he like?
Does he not write to you?
Less and less these days.
He's stalwart. Clever. And a feature in the fancies of many a young lady, I'll wager. He's kind.
Like the books.
You did well to send him to Ward. Yes, it seems the Red Keep, in fact, be a less than salubrious environment for the forming of young men. I'm sure you did your best. I must join Sir Kristen. Wish us luck, sister.
This one stopped singing. Isn't that strange?
I thought we might light a candle. For Aegon.
She's like, I don't want to.
Where'd you get that food? Rhaenyra's ships. Ships? They came ashore in the middle of the night with gifts from the Queen.
Give it to me! Dog fighting. Good plan, but that wasn't really Rhaenyra.
Your Graces, we must leave.
There's the Queen of Fishes!
Keep moving!
No! Sheathe your sword!
Sheathe your swords! Out of my back! Get back! Get back!
Don't let it go!
Out of my back! My Queen's this way! Inside!
The Grand Maester instructed me to.
The king will be most eager for his draft. In an hour. The drink takes the pain away, but it dulls your mind. Take heart, Your Grace. You've already written yourself into legend. You survived Dragonfire, but I'm afraid you will never be whole. Your mind is all that remains to you. I came screaming into the world in the bowels of one of Harrenhal's great towers. My lungs were strong, but my foot was so twisted that my father named it sorcery. People will pity you, either behind your back or in your presence. They will stare. And they will underestimate you. And this will be your advantage. No. Your brother rules in your place now, which means that your life is in danger. But I think you know that.
David, she's gone.
You needed me. I'm here now.
Rhaenyra?
I'm here now.
Lord Grover is dead. Young Oscar Tully is now Lord Paramount of the Riverlands. Our own healer, Alice Rivers, volunteered her renowned skills. There was naught more to be done.
What's it doing?
It is as we hoped, a warning to the usurpers that you have strength beyond what they accredited.
I do not think I can win this war.
Not right now, girl.
And Daemon himself.
He has ever done what suits Daemon.
He was everything I wanted to be. Carefree, cherished by my father, and made my father's heir. We were halves of a whole. And to see me take hold, finally, of what he always believed to be his.
It is more his way to disappear.
In either case, I've lost him. Rhaenys and her dragon are dead. I have Syrax and 2 young beasts. Even if we somehow prevailed, how will I rule a kingdom when my own son doubts me?
You have me. It was my father. He had his pleasure with me. Cannot bear children. He left me for dead. Swore to myself I would never trust another. And that oath has stood me well. You have seen me as worthy, as an equal even, will serve you. I believe you are meant to be queen.
Now, why is she on your council? Oh, Lord. Where did this come from? Hasn't raised an army. Hasn't done much. But she is gonna find a way.
The dragon Seasmoke has been sighted flying over Spicetown.
Yes, he does that.
He has a rider.
Who?
Impossible to tell from the ground. Shall I summon your council?
Our dragon looks small. Don't tell me we're done. Well, okay. Listen, I'm kind of getting tired of the show getting really, really effing good, and then they stop it. This is what I wanted to see, the damn dragons. I have to say, it was a pretty good episode though, because although we didn't have that much dragons in it, we definitely did get like more story building and then action in it. I love Helena. Is that her name? Helena, I think that's her name, who is the king's wife slash sister. You know, back in the day, they do one of those numbers. I just find her one of the most interesting characters of this whole entire show. I think she is the most interesting character of this whole entire show. I love her foreshadowing and the whole 9 yards. My second favorite, well, she's not my favorite character, but I find her very interesting, is this lady who, whatever her name is, that keeps talking to Damien and is clearly like a witch or whatever she is, whatever her power is. I find her interesting too. She's not my favorite character, and I don't know why, but I do enjoy when she's around. Rhaenyra, I'm gonna need her to do something. I'm getting to the point where it's like, damn girl, like Alicent is actually trying. Like Alicent is literally trying. She's just getting knocked down every time she does try by another man, right? So everywhere she turns, everywhere I turn, she's just not getting there. But she is trying. Rhaenyra, like, I know somebody is gonna probably type ferociously down below, but I just feel like we've seen most of her just walking around. You know, she did pick up a sword. The lady did tell her, like, hey, you look good with that sword. And she was like, oh, building storyline, let me put this down. Hold my sword. Back to being boring. I find her a very boring character. I know that the show, or maybe the books, the character itself is supposed to be like this righteous character, wanting to do their big one in a good way. But at this point, all gloves are off. As soon as I lose family members, especially if it was my son, I already told you guys I would have burned King's Landing straight to the ground. And that's probably why I'm not really in charge of anything, because clearly, if I was the president, we would be nuking all sorts of places. You don't like what I said? Bomb them. Like, that's my theory, and that's what my thought is. And that's why I'm literally only in control of myself. But I loved seeing Jason, or Jace. He came in, and as soon as he came in, he left. He's like, yeah, it's not my episode. See you guys later. I'm kind of bored with, I don't know her name. This Jace, if that's his name, wife's sister who has the kids. I feel like she has like promising of a storyline. I just want her to get there. I like to see the little baby dragons we're jumping around, and I'm assuming we're going to get another big dragon, maybe Silverwing, which would be, if that's the dragon's name, which might be, she might ride the dragon Silverwing, or is it a guy? The biggest dragon, Mr. V, I forgot his name, the second biggest dragon of this whole damn show, is still not here yet. I'm kind of interested into seeing what the trailer's like, the sneak peek for the next episode. Should we do that, guys? What do you guys think? If I have it, do you think let me see. Sneak peek, episode, what? Episode 7, right? Of House of the Dragon. You like that? Let me see if there's a sneak peek of it. There is episode, should we go there? Should we click it? I feel like I shouldn't. I kind of like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. I almost did it because the simple fact of I'm kind of curious to see what's gonna happen next. And I know there's only 2 more episodes of this show, of this season. But I didn't do it because this episode was a lot of fun going into it and not seeing a damn thing, not knowing what was going on. I had like went into it completely blind. The last episode, I did see a little pieces of the sneak peek. So when certain things came up, I knew it was gonna happen. And so I'm choosing not to watch the sneak peek. Mr. V, when are we gonna have this big battle? I think it's this season where I know, like, well, I'm not gonna go into depth just in case you don't know the books, and I barely know the books, but I do know one pivotal part of the books that I'm still waiting to see what's gonna happen. And I'm assuming we're gonna probably just get that in the last episode. They're like, we're not really trying to spend that much money on VFX, Child of Jesus. You're gonna get more plot, storylines, random houses, and that's it, and a lot of talking. Compared to the last season, season 1, I feel like season 1 of this show, there was more fighting. I could be wrong, but I feel like there was. But this has it. They had that one battle, which was good. And we're still waiting for the next one. I'm assuming, like I said, it's going to be in the last episode of the season. And I think that is going to be the longest episode of the season. I could be wrong. I saw the breakdown of the times of the next episodes, but I forgot. So anyways, what would I rate this episode? I think I would give it an 8. I found it actually pretty exciting. I love the worm lady, whatever her name is. I find she's one of my favorite characters as well. So anytime she's involved, it's gonna be a good episode. Or at least her scenes are going to be amazing. I do like Daemon and what he's hallucinating, but at this point, I'll be like, listen, I gotta go. This haunted house is just doing the most, but he's been staying there the whole season. So, I mean, we've been seeing him hallucinate and that's it. Am I missing somebody? I love Aemond, okay? Aemond's he's very scary and I do like it. And I think that's it. That's all I gotta give. That's really all I gotta give. I would give this episode an 8. I'm kind of curious what other people thought of this episode. And I know I said in my earlier reactions, oh my God, House of the Dragons reactions aren't popping. What's going on? Nobody's talking about it. I don't even see it anywhere. After I said that, I see it all over the place. I see numbers are numbering for other people. So shout out to all the reactors reacting to this, as well as it's popping up all over social media now. And I'm like, oh, here we go. But if you guys could please do me a huge favor while you're here, please like and share and comment on this video. Maybe my videos will be popping eventually one day. Once again, thank you guys so much for being here. Until next time, I'm off this.